It's prime time. It's prime time. Talk TV. Talk TV. We're letting you know. We're letting you
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Prime Time, and you already know you're on Prime Time Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these.
For Prime Time.
To this day.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? How about that Bivol versus Ramirez? Oh man, I tell you, look, a lot of people are saying Bivol gonna win it because he beat Canelo, and then a lot of people are saying Zurdo is gonna win because Ramirez is just too big, too tall, too strong. Well, let's go ahead and break this down, shall we? Well, first of all, you have Bivol. When he fought against Canelo, what are some of the things that stood out? Well, I'll tell you what stood out to me. It was his defense. His defense for nullifying Canelo's hooks, his body shots. Canelo mainly landed all of his shots on Bivol's arms, forearms, his elbows. And Bivol even said after the fight, he said, yeah, my arms hurt. He hurt my arms. You know, the guy was like, did you ever get hurt in a fight? He was like, yeah, he hurt my arms. You know, that was kind of funny, but he was dead serious. If you look at the fight between him and Canelo, somebody that's more experienced in the pros than he is, Canelo was not able to break his guard. So, you know, those are some of the things that I pull out of Bivol's arsenal that makes him, I say, the favorite in this fight. Because Bivol defense will most likely nullify Zurdo Ramirez's punches, his barrages of punches. And you know what that'll do to any fighter, and what it did to Canelo? It tires the fighter out, because the fighter is throwing so many shots on the arms and the elbows are missing that eventually he tires out. And with Zurdo coming in at this weight class, what is he going to rehydrate to? Is his rehydration going to be a factor in his conditioning? Him slowing down? He's already, I would say, the slower of the two fighters. Already, period. So with that being said, if he's the slower of the two fighters and Bivol is faster, I think Bivol will be able to get off his shots a lot faster. I think this is going to be a rough match for Zurdo, even though I think Ramirez has a shot because of his height, his reach, his range, and he has pretty good footwork for a big guy. Now, the only thing is that Bivol is coming in at 6 feet, and Zurdo Ramirez is coming in at 6 feet 2. And the crazy thing about it is, I'm scratching my head, because you would think Zurdo would have, you know, like 76, 77, 78, you know, inch arm reach or whatever. Well, no, he's coming in at 75. And you know what, Bivol, he's coming in at 72 inches. So Bivol will be able to come in and probably hit with more shots and be able to dip out. And another thing I would say is a plus in Bivol's corner is that Zurdo doesn't have a lot of head movement. He doesn't have a whole lot of defense, no more than hitting his shots, picking his shots, moving in and out. He does have a pretty good pivot footwork, so that worked good in the Gonzalez fight that I watched Zurdo win. And it was TKO, stopped by the referee. It was a very, very good fight. Gonzalez is a Cuban fighter, and, you know, he had that Cuban boxing discipline, and, hey, he lasted a lot longer than I expected, for real. And it just kind of goes to the testament that, okay, if this fighter can last with Zurdo, then imagine what Bivol will do, because honestly, I think Bivol walks through anybody in that division except for Better Biv. I look at this being 60-40 for Bivol. Just because, like I said, his footwork, his speed, his accuracy, his timing, and his defense, it outweighs Ramirez to me. Now, hey, anybody can be wrong. Any puncher can have his night and have his day. He could throw one shot and lay Bivol out, but Bivol hasn't been knocked out by anybody, knocked down that I could even recall. So, that's going to make for a very, very tough fight. And Bivol's coming off a win with Canelo. So, of course, his, confidence level is going to be through the roof. It's going to be hard for Zurdo to take the respect, and he's going to have to take that respect for him from the bell. I mean, he's going to need to get off on an early start if he wants to beat Bivol. If Bivol is allowed to get his pace going and to get his shots and to pick his shots, then it's going to be a short night for Zurdo. I give Zurdo maybe 7-8 rounds with Bivol. Just because Bivol is going to break him down. He's going to go to the body. He's going to make him drop them arms, and then he's going to start tagging that head. And that's what Bivol did very good against Canelo. Canelo was the aggressor, but when he came in, he took shots to the body that later on paid in dividends with Bivol winning the way he did against Canelo. So I see the same tactic, probably a little bit more footwork with this fight right here, because with Zurdo, he's a very, very big fighter, but will he be almost the same height when he's fighting Bivol? Because if you notice, a lot of tall fighters seem to crunch themselves down, scrunch down a little bit. I don't know, just to be eye level with the fighter or whatever. It's very rare you see a fighter fighting tall. So if Ramirez can fight tall, then maybe he has a chance to beat Bivol and use those extra inches. But if he don't use those extra inches and use his reach and range, it's going to be an ugly night. Watching the Gonzalez fight against Zurdo started winning a lot more decisively in that fight when he started leading with his 1-2 jab and then working to the body and then pivoted out of the way. If he's somehow able to do that against Bivol, then he has a shot. But if he think he's just going to fight Bivol straight up, no head movement, and I'm just going to out-punch him and outwork him, he is sadly mistaken. And I truly hope that is not his team's game plan for him, because Bivol is definitely a very, very well-seasoned amateur veteran. And, in the pros, he's 20-0. So you already know he is nothing to be played with. So if they go in there thinking that Bivol hasn't been tested on his chin or whatever the case may be, well, you already lost. Because, with Bivol, you have to break him down. You have to go to his body. And that's how I see Zurdo winning. If Zurdo can do that 1-2 jab, hit the body, then pivot out the way, it'll allow Zurdo time to get out of Bivol's shots. And it will allow, him to stop Bivol from setting up his punches the way he normally does. Bivol throw his punches in bunches, but he has to be, leaning off that foot a little and bow, and keep it moving. But if, like I said, Zurdo can hit him with the 1-2 body and then pivot out the way like he did Gonzalez in the later rounds of that fight, then he can win. He can win. And that's both sides of the coin for me on how I see this fight going, if Zurdo fights that way or if Bivol fights the other way. Bivol fights with speed, accuracy, defense, and go to the body, make him drop his hands, and then end it to the head. Same thing with Zurdo. He's going to have to go to the body of Bivol. Whoever invests in the body early is going to win this fight. And that, my friend, is the key to this matchup. It's going to be a wonderful matchup. I think it is a very, very good fight that DAZN is putting on. Hey, look, I got to keep it 1,000,000% with y'all. DAZN, Top Rank, and PBC, look, they are all much needed in the sport. In order for boxing to make it, I just hope that these organizations can get together and make the best fights and continue making the best fights, and they stay in business and they don't close down, and they get all the funding and the money that they need, because there's more than enough money for everybody in the sport of boxing. That's what I truly believe. So anyway, with that being said, that's all I got for you in this video. You already know the routine when you leave my house. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website, primetimetalktv.com, and cop you some merch. All right, y'all. Peace, love. I'm out. Till next time.